Go.
Hi, I'm Ashley Edwards, Artistic Director with the LatinX Theatre Project, and we took this form of the workshop to high schools last year. It was actually very engaging and very successful, and even during this time, we have been creating virtually. So we thought we could try a virtual workshop with you, and I'm excited that we can show you how we create together online and in person through warm-ups, through different writing prompts and creating scenes.
I'm Sativa, and we wanted to share some writing prompts and how we get started on our performances and pieces and plays. So we wanted to ask you guys to write a 5 to 10 line song, poem, monologue, or paragraph answering these prompts. And the first prompt is write about a time you realized a privilege that you had or that someone else had. And some of our ensemble members are going to give us an example of those. So take it away, Justine.
I often talk to others about my college experience. And one thing I had the privilege of doing a lot in school was studying abroad. Every chance I got, I spoke about the places that I visited and where I wanted to go next. I had to realize that many times when I was speaking to people, that some of them never even thought about getting on a plane. So thinking about going to another country was definitely not something that they thought of. But every time I tell the stories about me going abroad, I make sure I always give information and tell them how they can do the same.
Amazing. I wrote a little monologue, so here I go. Privileges. Might as well call it loose change swept under a rug. You know, like brushing your teeth or going on a late night grocery run. Or how about going for drinks for a date night after a long work week? Grandma's warm passola sounds so good, but she's practicing a privilege. We all have. How long? I don't know. But I know we have one. Maybe shorter than others. Unfortunately, you can't sweep this one under the rug. Stay home.
So I wrote like a little rap poem thing. So I notice privilege when I wake up. When my friends and I go out and they say they just ran out of room so they couldn't take us. I notice it when I see my pay stub. Though hers is less than mine, I shrug it off just in time to get a shape up. When I walk up steps in buildings with no elevators, when I hold the door, she clutch her purse and forget to thank us. I notice privilege in churches when there aren't any ramps, when I turn on the TV and rarely see any blacks unless they rap or play a sport or even act, or unless they criminals white cops just happen to catch. I notice privilege so much, they ask me, what is this? I try to tell my white friends, and that's when they get distant. I notice privilege so much, I get tired of talking about it. Racial fatigue, switching codes so much, judgment get clouded. I notice privilege, I notice all too well. After all, this is America and privilege sells.
Thank you guys, that was amazing. Thank you. So for this next one, it is write about a time when you were treated differently than others around you and why you thought you were.
So I wrote a poem for this one. With different eyes, you looked at me through ruby lens. With different eyes, you judged me to rule a wrongful conviction. With different eyes, you spoke to me with an exaggerated slow pace. Oh, but if we could share the same sight, you would see that there are more colors than red, white, and blue. You would see the true penalty for existing is much higher than your own. You would see words could be used for beauty beyond our beliefs. But maybe if we had different eyes.
I wrote a spoken word poem. Teachers didn't like when my hoodies and Chuck Taylors didn't match my vast vocabulary and A+ papers. Principals didn't understand that I could throw hands, turn around in all the class when it's my turn to present on the stand. My peers would look at me funny when I'd slang homework answers for lunch money, while kicking it with other outcasts who got your nose twitching like dust bunnies. Snitching because their privilege never forced them into situations that got them facing life or death. They think they slick, but I don't mind waiting in detention till 6. That's more time for me to study so I can beat you by percentages. Take that pride home for the fam because we didn't make enough money to cover the rent again. Eviction notices had me paying more attention to how I'm rolling the potent split instead of my educators. Try to sit with me and talk about life's ups and downs like it's as simple as elevators. How can I explain a hunger that never had to satisfy? How do I describe the screech of an East Side battle cry? They knew I was different when they saw me sit and bopping my head to melodies composed by artists who've been long dead, but fill me with the lively essence that riddled you to the core with questions. And instead of asking for my perspective or where I'm coming from, you turned away blinded by the shine of 100 suns.
Yeah. You ready? Okay, scene 5, take 2.
Hey, I'm Gabriela Torres, marketing coordinator for LXTP. We loved getting to share our process with you. If you want to share anything with us or just give us a shout out, make sure to tag us at LatinX Theatre Project on Facebook or Instagram. It was so nice working with y'all, and we hope to see you guys in person soon. Stay safe. Bye.
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 Bye.